What is going on, boys and girls of YouTube? So today's video is another top 5 video. I've been getting asked a lot, even though I did a tier list. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to go over the gods from the 5th down to the 1st. So from the 5th worst or whatever down to the best in that order. We'll go over quick builds that I have on Smite Source. We'll talk about the gods and why they're where they are, why they're important, and why you should be playing them. And I'll hit on the ability leveling just so people have that information. Before we get into it, today's video is brought to you and sponsored by, hopefully you guys can see this, I Promise and their Screen Shield Pro. Link to it is going to be in the description. We've been working with them for, I don't know, almost a year. I'm pretty sure now, something. It's been a really, really long time working with them. So if you guys are at all interested in your eye health, so you're staring at a computer screen all day, you're staring at your phone screen, you're staring at any kind of electronic all day. Everyone's doing it pretty much, especially if you're watching this. You're probably doing it a lot. It's a product you really should look into and you really should think about getting. It's going to help improve and keep your eye health where it needs to be. You're going to reduce your eye strain. You're going to just have overall improvements on things. I went from having pretty regular headaches once, twice, 3 times a week down to literally none. I don't really get headaches at all anymore. I always kind of assumed it was from staring at the screens, but I couldn't do anything about it. It's what I do for a living. I'm staring at a screen for 10 to 14 hours a day. It is what it is, you know? So if you guys, like I said, are interested in your eye health, which you really should be, it is like, I couldn't imagine something happening to my eyes and how horrible it would be. Go ahead, grab yourself some I Promise. Take it for 3 months. Commit to at least 3 months for me. After 3 months, I saw full effects. You see slight things happening after a month, a little bit more happening after 2 months. After 3 months, it was like ridiculous. Looking back, it was ridiculous. So go ahead, check it out. That is our sponsor for today's video, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into this stuff. So on our list, we're gonna work our way down. Number 5 on the list is Ratatoskr. So Rat is always in and out of like the 5, 6, 7 slot. Arguably one of the best junglers in the game for a very long time. Very basic hit, very easy to play. Something that just has everything. He has CC, he's got a semi-global ult, he's got a knock-up, stun, slow, penetration. He has pen on his 2, which people don't realize. So there is that. The reason he is number 5 on the list is his late game is still not the best. Going hybrid is going to allow you to do more in the late game. You're definitely a heavy early and mid game god. Big spike in the mid game. You are maxing. So I start with level the 3 at level 1, just for clear. I max the 2, I max the 3, I max the ult, I max the 1. If it's a game where I'm really aggressive and I'm dashing for damage a lot, I will max the 1 over the ultimate. Just preference for how the game is going. And like I said, Rat is just a strong god. You've got everything. You've got pretty good team fight. There's lots of grouping after 4 or 5 minutes, and then mostly 5-man grouping around objectives after like 10 to 12 minutes, which allows Rat to really do a lot in that mid game, that 10-minute period between 10 and 20 minutes. Rat will excel and do his thing. That's why you should be playing him. Pretty straightforward. For the build, I've got Smite Source right here. We'll go ahead and bing, bang, boom, pull it up. So Smite Source is my website. I put up professional builds on the website. The jungle builds are mine, or just what you see really commonly. I go ahead, I pull support, ADC, mage builds, and solo builds off of solo lane pros, off of the builds they're using in scrims, off of what they're using in pro league, off of what they're saying is the best. So those builds are not my builds. They are builds that I am just getting the information from the people I play with and putting it on my website. So smitesource.com for that. Rat, this is not supposed to be Ninja Tabby. That was that was a misclick. So that is not supposed to be Ninja Tabby. Ignore that. This is Warrior. This isn't even Warrior. That's why. It's because it's Rat. You have Acorn. So this is Acorn. Ignore that. I go Transcendence. You go Crusher. You can go Hydras if you don't like Hydras for whatever reason. I do heavily recommend getting CDR here. So if for some reason you don't want Hydras, I wouldn't recommend going Soul Eater or any of the like a Lifesteal CDR. I'd probably go a defensive item here. I'd probably move Erendite here, go defensive here like a Mantle, and then go to Heartseeker, and then you sell boots for Titan's Bane. It's really okay delaying the Titan's Bane on Rat because you have penetration on your 2. And then here is the starter items, which like I said, you can find on the website. So that is Ratatoskr, our number 5 on the list. Number 4 on the list is going to be very similar style god, Thor. So Thor ever since his 3 got buffed, even after getting nerfed. He has been a really prominent god just in the game. He was played a lot in the solo lane for a while, and he was still played in the jungle while being played in the solo lane. But he's going to come back. He's going to be played in the jungle. The items are really good on him. Similar play style. He's got a really good early game, a really good mid game, and his late game is even better now because of the changes to his ultimate. Like we all know, his ult is really good for the late game, not just the CC, not just the setup bot. He does a lot of damage. So that's why he's at our number 4 spot. Semi-global ult, tons of damage. Builds are definitely helping him. I really didn't know I had to talk about the ability builds on him as much as I do. So you want to level the 1 almost every game because it allows you to safely poke. You can't just throw out your 1s willy-nilly if they're going to counter engage on you, but the 1 is going to allow you to poke a lot. You'll max the 3 after that, you'll max the ult after that, and you'll max the 2 after that. You can level up the 2 once or twice, but I saw somebody going up and putting 2 to 3 points in it. If you notice, it's only going up 0.15 seconds for every single rank. You don't even need the 0.15 seconds. It's nice, it helps, but you should be able to full stun combo people with just your regular stun. Just practice at it. Max the 1, max the 3, max the ult, max the 2. Bing, bang, boom. You don't have to max the ult. You can max the 2 over the ult, but maxing the ult is going to allow you to have that consistent damage. And then we've got our Smite Source build over here, which we'll pull up. So here's the Thor build. Once again, I don't know why Ninja Tabby's in these. These are supposed to be Warrior Tabby. I need to go through and change them because now I feel bad for anyone who builds this. So this is Warrior Tabby. Ignore it. Transcendence, Crusher, Hydras, Erendite, Heartseeker. Standard, it's an ability based build. You're getting 30% CDR off of 3 items, off of boom boom boom. You're getting red pot, which is now giving you CDR as a jungler. You're selling boots for Titan's Bane, standard stuff. Smitesource.com. Bing bang boom, there's your build. Playstyle, like I said, early game fight a lot, mid game fight in the groups, you do a lot of damage. Late game similar, just be a little bit more patient in the late game and you'll be good to go. So number 3 on the list, Hunbats. Hunbats is, if you've been playing the game or watching the game, he's getting played all the fucking time. He's good. The items are good. Ever since they changed his 3, he's been good because his 3 clears really fucking fast. He's just got good damage. He's got a good team fight all. It's very easy to get cap CDR and you don't have to go into Jotuns anymore. So that's pretty cool. So I start by leveling the 3 at level 1. Then I max the 2, max the ults, max the 3, max the 1 in that order. Boom. You've got a Hunbats ability builds. We'll pull up the actual items once again. Smitesource.com. You guys need builds. So Warrior Tabby, Transcendence, Hydras, Malice, Titan's Bane, Heartseeker. I sell boots for a Deathbringer. This is probably the strangest ability jungler. You don't have to go this, but he definitely excels really, really well with Malice because on a lot of ability-based gods, they don't need to auto or to auto. They don't auto attack cancel in their kit. With Hunbats, you're autoing. You're using your 3, you're canceling that with an auto. You're using your 2, you're autoing. You're ulting and you're autoing them a bunch of times. So this is going to be ideal build. You see I opt out of going earlier pen in the first 4 items, which is fine. You do a lot of damage and you very easily dive the backline as a Hunbats, so it's not a big deal. Then I go for the Titan's Bane because I know I don't have the penetration to kill the tanks until here. I'm going to need it in case something goes wrong. You get a little bit of pen from Heartseeker, and then selling boots and getting Deathbringer, it's going to buff your Malice crits that much more. You don't have to go this build. You could just build a Malice and not build a Deathbringer, and you could get a different pen item here and then sell boots for Titan's Bane. But this build is super fucking strong. It is very, very fun, and it is very strong. So this is the build I recommend on Hunbats. That's number 3 on our list. Number 2 on our list really shouldn't be a surprise, and this god is not banned in ranked a lot. At high end ranked, this god is never ever banned. I have no clue why. It's the weirdest shit ever. So that's clear is good. It's not insane, but it's definitely good. If your ult is up, you should be getting a free kill on any squishy as long as you're not getting out killed, so you're positioning decently. Early game you have decent chase, and your 3's root is super underrated. It catches people off guard a lot. If you're running into any mage in the mid lane that doesn't have a lot of mobility at level 2, you root them, you should be able to kill them every time. Between level 1 and 5 should be super easy. But anyway, you've got, whenever you ult, your 1, 2, I think together are doing like 1400 damage, 1500 damage at late game. Adding your 3 in there, it's even more damage, plus some autos, plus your full CDR, so your shit's going to be on a shorter cooldown. You're going to be looking at 7-8 second cooldowns, and it just works out really, really fucking well. Bastet just kills it. She's super safe. Don't just waste your leaps for damage all the time. Try to be smart. Make sure you're opening with your 2. You don't need to combo abilities anymore. So it's okay to just run up and 2 somebody and not use any other abilities on them. It's perfectly fine. I maxed the 2. I maxed the... trying to remember the math. I maxed the 2. I've been maxing the 1 or the ult. I've been testing it back and forth. I think just maxing the ult feels better. So maxing the 2, the ult, the 1, the 3. Or do the 2, the 1, the ult, the 3. Whichever order. And we've got ourselves another ability-based jungler. You notice there's not really that many auto attack gods that I'm telling you to play. Similar builds: Transcendence, Erendite, Brawlers, Heartseeker, Titan's Bane. Sell Warrior Tabby for whatever you need. I have Bloodforge or Mantle. Bloodforge is going to give you more damage and allow you to get that shield whenever you kill somebody, which is almost every time you ultimate. You can swap this around. Erendite can be built later. You can throw Hydras into this build. The Hydras giving you full CDR is really, really nice. I threw the Brawlers in here because almost every team comp nowadays has healing in it. So I want people building anti-heal, especially on a god like Bastet, where your ability is a little spread out. Your 2's got to tick a couple times. So if there's healing, it's going to get countered pretty hard by that healing. With Brawlers, it won't be as bad. Full CDR is very, very nice, though. That's why I have Mantle of Discord over Warrior as an option. I realistically, if I'm having a good game, I'm not building Brawlers. I'm probably building a Hydra if I'm able to auto attack off of my abilities, and you should be able to auto attack for the most part. So you've got that build. Throw in Hydras. Another build, really, really, really strong. And then number 1 on the list, god, that's literally banned in almost all of my games. Our only non-assassin is Odin. Odin went through some buffs. His ultimate is different, and his 3 is different, and he's fucking nutty, and because of that, he is your best jungler. So he still has the playstyle of I'm gonna blink ult you and my team's gonna be able to do whatever the fuck they want. That is still an option with the ult, especially since if they leave the spears, it does damage now. So if they jump over the wall or dash out of the wall or whatever, it's gonna do damage now. Does a decent amount of damage too when you're building full fucking damage Odin. Your 3 has a stun in it and also does a lot of damage. It pulses. Late game, you're doing like 400 damage almost with the pulses. And then you've got the actual throw that's going to do the stun and the other damage, which is going to do another 300 damage. Strong ability, can be canceled, but a very strong ability. Still have your normal 1-2 combo. So I maxed the 3 first, and I leveled the 3 right away to clear camps. I then maxed the 2. I then maxed the 1. I then maxed the ultimate. Works fucking wonders. I also have really just have to look at the playstyle. Like I said, you can engage if you want to, and you've got a huge W key damage if you want to. You can go hybrid. If you're getting killed, please build defense on him. If you're just unable to stick in the fights, if you're getting fucked for whatever reason. But a damage build is my option and what I really go for. So you're looking at, I gotta move this down a little bit. You're looking at Odin here. You've got, this is supposed to be Warrior Tabby. I fucked that up. I think I must have fucked that up on every jungler somehow, or something swapped on the back end. Probably was my fault, but we'll pretend it wasn't. So Warrior Tabby, Transcendence, Crusher, because you need to get those auto attacks off during the stuns and everything else. It's really, really nice. This item is pretty clutch. You don't realize how good it is, especially with having 3 damaging abilities. How strong, 4 if you include the ult, but how strong the item is. Hydra is because you're able to stun auto, you're able to combo auto, you're able to throw up your ult and auto. Works really well. Erendite, so you can run around in the ult and they aren't really kiting you too much because you can get kited in your ult. It's kind of frustrating. Or if they leave your ult, they're going to take the damage from leaving, plus you're going to be able to chase them with Erendite and do extra damage. Then Heartseeker for more burst, Cell Boots for Titan's Bane, and you're good to go. If you're just really opposed or you don't care about having full CDR, and you can swap this over to a Void Shield, you can swap this over to a swap it here, move Erendite, build it first, then build a Bloodforge or something if you want lifesteal. But this build will be your ideal build for Odin. So there's the 5 gods I recommend playing. My number 6 on the list, the one that it's kind of back and forth and it requires a specific really play style and smart way for you to play. So those are my top 5 for sure. Hard 5. And then Mercury would be my number 6. My honorable mention, I guess, would be where I'd put him. So Mercury right now with the items are really what makes him kind of nutty to me. Definitely he can clear better and get his farm safer in that right now than he could before. So that the map change helps him a little bit. And it's definitely more a reason why he was being played in the first place. But then if you look at the build that you're able to go now, people argue with me all the time, isn't Rage amazing? Rage is dope, right? Like Rage still works on him. Stone Cutting First still works on him. But this build right here, the one-shot build, it's a poke build. And it's kind of fucking nuts, especially if you get any early kills and you're able to finish Erendite first. So you're going ninja or warrior here. Oddly enough, you can go either one. I like ninja tabby, I like warrior tabby, I like Talari, but they all work fine here. Those are not that important. I go Erendite, so you're able to ult more in the early game and kind of have more presence in the team fights and in the lanes and in your ganking, and just be swift about it. Get those quick ganks off, get some free kills, get some more farm. I then go Malice, so it's going to give you a little bit of early crit, and it's going to give you more CDR, so you're 20% CDR. Then I go Hydras. This is going to give you, these three together, going to give you the one-shot potential. It's not going to be super consistent in the first 20 minutes of the game because you only have Malice, you only have one crit item, but it is possible. It is still a large damaging hit because you have high power between these items, as well as the Hydra's proc. Plus you have 30% CDR, so your ultimate is on a short-ass cooldown. I then go Deathbringer to secure the opportunity to one-shot somebody. I then go Titan's Bane, so my last three items vary. Every game they change. If the game is going well for me, and I'm not worried, and I'm one-shotting squishies, I'm not worried about Titan's Bane here. I'm either going, and I'm getting crits, then I'm going Bloodforge. If I'm not getting crits, I'm gonna go, what's it called, dude? Wind Demon. And then if they are tanky and I can't get to the backline, or even the backline's tanky, they're building mantles on the mages, I'm going Titan's Bane here. I'm then selling boots for whichever of the others I haven't picked up yet and I need. If I need more crit, go on the Wind Demon. If I need lifesteal, go on Bloodforge. If I didn't build Titan's Bane yet, I am building Titan's Bane here almost every single time. That's the build for Mercury. You can build a blink here and swap over beads if you need to, but this is going to keep you alive when you dive in, insta-kill somebody, you need to run away, pop your actives, get the fuck out. That's my number 6. Those are my top 5 junglers. Grab your I promise. Thanks to them for sponsoring the video and sponsoring me, really is what it is. Let me know if you guys want me to do the other 4 roles for your top 5s. Also subscribe. I almost forgot. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, and drop a comment. Like, people say that shit, but like, I actually mean it. Do those things, because I don't know if you guys want me to do more of this content. I don't know if you like this shit, and most of you for some reason don't subscribe. We went 200k, so hit the sub button. That'd be cool.